Hello, guys, welcome to chapter 27. So, let's just begin with the chapter. Good deeds leave no signs, good words leave no flaws, good scheme needs no deliberate plans. Alright, so we got some heavy stuff going on. Good deeds leave no signs. So, this is a surprising sentence because they're basically telling us that if you do something positive, then you won't leave any effect. I mean, I don't think so. And positive words leave no flaws. So, that's, I think, an easier sentence to understand. And that basically choosing words that are of a positive nature will leave no flaws in your life. Good scheme needs no deliberate plans. He's basically saying that if you got a good scheme going on, then you don't really need any specific plans. It just works by itself because the scheme is so good. So anyway, yeah, it's a bit of a confusing beginning, I won't lie to you. A good lock uses no bolts, yet it cannot be open. A good knot uses no rope, yet it cannot be untied. Again, we are seeing this poetic structure of at the beginning we had good deeds, good words, good schema. Now we have good luck, good not. Alright, all these repetitions, and I see it as just as a poetic thing. I don't know if it has any deep meaning to it, but it probably does. Probably does. Everyone can just imagine for themselves. Anyway, a good lock uses no bolts, yet it cannot be opened. A good knot uses no rope, yet it cannot be untied. Again, a metaphor for for a positive action, for positive action. And now it doesn't really need any intermediate processes that will affect it. All right. So anyway, let's continue. Hence, because of that, a saint is always kind by saving other people and rejects no one. A saint is always kind by saving other people and rejects no one. So a saint basically rejects no one, and a saint is obviously a model for all of us as usual, right? So they are telling us that we should always be kind by saving other people and rejecting no one, being in the oneness like usual. He, with a capital H, is always kind by saving all things. It's the beginning of a sentence, so it must have capital H. It doesn't necessarily means that we're talking about the Tao. I think we're actually talking about the saint again. He is always kind by saving all things, and therefore nothing is being rejected. This is the true enlightenment. Alright, so we're talking about true enlightenment, right? So basically, that's the path of enlightenment, the path of going to a higher dimension and everything that we are talking about, reaching the Tao. It's basically receiving others, rejecting no one, and just being kind to everyone. You know, they keep repeating the same agenda, the same thing. This is basically like the third or fourth time that they are telling us the same thing again and again. And basically that, be a saint, you know, do things that are of positive nature as according with the teaching of the Tao. And this is the path to true enlightenment. Thus, a kind person is the teacher of the unkind. Hey, check this out. An unkind person is a lesson for the kind to learn. So again, these sentences, I like those two sentences a lot. They are very nice. A kind person is the teacher of the unkind. An unkind person is a lesson for the kind to learn. I think this is a beautiful concept and a beautiful idea that basically the kind person is obviously the teacher to the unkind. But don't forget that the unkind is a teacher right back at the kind. You see the master, like basically you guys and all of us being leaders, being teachers to others, don't forget for a second that they are teachers for us, obviously. Every hardship that you encounter, and you will, and the beauty is that over time you will encounter more and more hardships along the way of enlightenment, and that's the whole point to receive these tests. These will all be tests that you will encounter as you go higher and higher in dimensions, higher and higher in vibration, and will receive all these conflicts that you need in order to grow. Once something is easy, once something is done once, it becomes easy. So you need to do things for the first time, and the second time will already be much easier. It won't be such a challenge anymore, and you will be ready for the next test. So that's basically how it works, and that's what you should expect. But come to all of it with unconditional love and no expectation. Just come to all of these teachings without any expectation at all. Unconditional love and no expectation. And it will work like magic. He who does not value his teacher and dislikes the valuable lesson, although knowledgeable, is in fact greatly confused. So I think it's another beautiful, beautiful idea that the one who does not value the teacher dislikes the valuable lesson. He who does not value his teacher and dislikes the valuable lesson, that person, although he will be knowledgeable, is in fact greatly confused. So don't be confused. Don't dislike all these people that are your teachers. You know, you have this person at work that's giving you a very hard time, and you have this whatever, all these problems in your life, and don't hate them, love them, because all of them are great tests and great opportunities for you to grow, for you to ask yourself some questions and receive some answers, and use this as a gate, as a lesson. All these hardships that you receive, this is the way, this is the path. In each and every one of these conflicts, you are basically being tested on the Tao. This is your test. If you want to go to higher and higher levels, you need to pass the test with flying colors, meaning choosing the Tao over not choosing the Tao, and the test will come sooner rather than later, and you will have to decide. Are you a person of Tao? A person who is on his path to enlightenment and all of that? Or are you not? And if you're not, it's cool, and you can always return once you decide that you are ready to get back in the game. But this is the only game there is, choosing the Tao. This is the fundamental essence. Alright, this is the last line of the poem, of the chapter, and basically this is the fundamental essence. What we are talking about here, this is the basics, this is the essence, the thing that gives value to all of the abstract around it. Remember this idea of essence? It's basically something that we can talk about, and it represents some higher thing. So this higher thing, all of this teaching is basically, this is the essence of it, the fundamental essence of it. And we're talking about loving our teachers, loving others as you love yourself. This is really is the essence of the teaching.